Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Lenny Lopez, and welcome to the podcast. Today, we're going to talk about, is it cheating if bachelorette parties have strippers? Doesn't matter, men or women. Is it considered cheating? I did a poll on my Instagram a few days ago, and we got the results. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's cheating. Why would it be considered cheating? These exotic strippers, these adult dancers are getting hired to put on a show. They're basically entertainers. They're there to do their job, dance on stage for these men or these women. Women hire strippers too, you know. So, you're against it, are you?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're against this, tell me. Because I'm for it. Because I don't think it's cheating. It's not cheating at all. Because see, the only thing and the reason why it could be considered cheating if the guy or the girl goes forward with the exotic dancer, like having sex with them or even doing pleasurable things to them. So, shoot.
All right. So, well, let's talk about, obviously this is a broad term. A wedding is you're solidifying, or I guess you're sealing that deal with another person whom you really love, and you guys are going to belong to each other. Now, I don't know about you, but I would feel uncomfortable if my wife at her bachelorette party had strippers grinding on her and things, even though they didn't have sex or do anything. That's just still, that's a lack of respect. Allowing another person who's the opposite gender, allow them to get on you like that. I would find that extremely disrespectful, and I would label it as borderline cheating.
Oh, okay. So borderline cheating, like, you know, the stripper, you know, male strippers touching a woman, you know, the love of your life, the woman that you're going to marry the next day. Yeah. So basically, you'll be pissed off, basically.
That would bother me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I do agree with that. I mean, you know, if a male stripper, you know, more muscles than me, you know, has a bigger, you know, than me, I would feel very threatened by that. But you have a good point right there. But, you know, honestly, a stripper, an exotic dancer, is a entertainer. Like an actress, you know, is an entertainer. You know, like a porn star is an entertainer. Yeah. It's just acting. But these exotic dancers get hired to put on a show, right? Because they move their hips and, you know, do the exotic dances. That's what they're called, exotic dancers. Yeah. But, you know, they are there for entertainment, and they are entertaining you for a purpose. Did you know bachelorette parties were made? You know how they were made? They were made for the bride and groom to have their last day of being single. So yes, you are in a relationship. Fun fact, you're in a relationship right now. You're not married, but if you're in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, you are still considered single because you are not committed to that person. You don't own that person yet, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Because if you're committed, you put that ring on that finger and now you're committed. You're together. And then right now, I mean, if we both have girlfriends right now, we are still technically single, right? We're technically single, and if we get committed, that's where the true love happens. That's when you are there. Down the middle, it's like, hey, we're together now. No more around, right? But right now, we're considered single. And on that day, bachelorette parties, you have your last day of being single. You can do whatever you want. Yes, you do have the love of your life. You know, you're going to get married to the love of your life, but one last day of being single, have fun. But there is many regrets and many things that happen to bachelorette parties because these go to the extent. Yes, some of them go too far in those parties. You have a stripper. The stripper says, "Let's right now. Let's go right now."
Right now, immediately.
Yeah. But it's basically their fault if they cheat. Yes, if you have sex with a stripper, male or female, yes, you are cheating. But if she's just grinding on you, you know, or he's just grinding on you, you know, because that's part of the act. It's just there. You're having fun. They're not prostitutes, basically. You know?
I understand. If there is no sex, yes, it isn't cheating. And yes, I understand. It's entertainment. And maybe that's your final day before, the big day before you guys belong to each other. Mm-hmm. However, I still believe when it comes to respect, that is something you should take into consideration when you have someone like an opposite gender rubbing on your partner. That is going to be kind of bothering to think of. And also another thing to think about, even though it's entertainment and it's funny, nothing happens, don't you even think on that last day before you get with your partner, if you're really in love, wouldn't you be thinking, wow, I'm going to be with this person and I'm so dedicated to this only person, I don't want anyone else. So for me, why would you have to feel that need of, oh, I need my final day, I need my last day to get everything out? It's almost like at that point you feel kind of forced now, like I have to look forward to marriage.
That's a good point that you're saying right there, because also there's an opposite side to that, because the reason why people have bachelorette parties is because you have to make up your mind, right? Like they had a fun fact about that. It's like the reason why the people have bachelorette parties is that that's a time of thinking, right? Like, do I really want to marry this person? Do I still want to now, right? And that's why those things happen, so that the next day you can say, yeah, so last night I had too much fun, I think I'm not ready for a commitment. And things happen that way. Did you know that?
But isn't that too late? You had all this time. You've probably taken months or years before you decide to get married. Yeah. And on the day of, the one night before, when you had all this time, then you're like, yeah, I don't think I'm really committed to this.
But that does happen. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That does happen every day.
For me, I don't then see at that point is like, did you really love your partner then? At that point.
That's the major question. It's like, okay, well, I guess he didn't love me after all then, But it is kind of up.
Yeah, I understand it's for entertainment, and it's probably to be funny. But I feel that if maybe you're getting a divorce, or if it's just a single party, then yeah, that's funny. But when you're solidifying or when you're sealing the deal, I just feel like in your mind, if you truly are in love, the only thing on your mind is that person.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about, well, this is my last day, let me do what I want. Let me finally get all of it out and be with someone else, and then I just take it as you're basically saying you're miserable.
Yeah.
I just believe that. You're saying, okay, I'm going to be miserable for the rest of my life, so let me have fun right now before I become miserable. That's how I see it.
True.
And for both genders, too. Both genders.
You do have a point in what you're saying, but it actually, it's life, it happens every single day, because there's a reason why they have bachelor parties every day, because, it's some because men do it too, women, and both of them, have that, and then it's like, do I really want to get married, like right now, or like, should I wait, that's why they have those parties. And also, it's like, back to the strippers thing, it's like, yeah, like every single day. Did you know that, I looked it up too, they say that 1 point something % of men cheat on their bachelorette parties, right? But 2 point something % of women cheat more than men. Did you know that? I mean, look it up on Google right now, it will tell you.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, and then that's what happens. So like a lot of I talked to a woman the other day. He's like, who do you think cheats more, men or women, in the bachelorette party? She said men, definitely, because they hire strippers, and I'm pretty sure they get down with them, or they have prostitutes, have one night stands, right? But I'm saying, actually, woman, you are wrong. Women are 1% higher than men that cheat on their bachelorette parties.
1%.
Yeah. So that's what happens, and it's true, because see, when women hire the men strippers and everything, okay, so I'm not being sexist, but it's true. Women's alcohol consumption makes them do much worse than men when they're drunk. Because honestly, I'm not being sexist, I promise, but it's true, it's a fact. Women do much worse when they're drunk than men. Men do it too, duh, but it's a % higher than men, and it's a true fact right there. Once again, I'm not being sexist. I love women in any certain way.
We all love women here.
But yes, that is true. But in my conclusion, it's not cheating.
In my conclusion, it is, you do you.
Exactly, you do you. If you're going to get married, if you're going to have a bachelor party, don't mess it up. It's your fault if you cheat. It's your fault if you're going to go with a stripper and have sex.
And it's your fault if you decide to stay with someone who you know you're going to be miserable with.
Exactly. Well, thank you for being on the show. I didn't introduce you, did I?
No.
This is Joe. Oh, Joe, thank you for coming on the podcast. It's been a wonderful episode. Before we end off, you're wrong. Once again, thank you, Joe.
Thank you.